My name is Chandrasekhar Singh. Imagine you're on the train, halfway home, you're listening to your music, and you've got about an hour and a half left to go. And out of nowhere, your music stops. Two things could have happened. Either you've accidentally unplugged your headphone jacks, or your battery died. Now, many times I've been on the train and my battery dies on my MP3 player, and it's very annoying. It's also very frustrating because then I have to listen to the train. This is mainly due to one of the newer technologies that come out, which are called greater processing cores. Greater processing cores require greater energy and use the battery a whole lot faster than regular cores. Newer technology also limits the power consumption. Newer technology are limited by the power consumption, and manufacturers won't put the newer tech in their products because they know that if they put that new tech in there, that they only have about 30 minutes worth of battery life left in their products, and that really defeats the purpose of all of the portable devices. In this speech, I'm going to explain the problems associated with regular batteries and explain why hydrogen fuel cell is a solution. I will also explain why the government needs to invest more in their hydrogen fuel cell research. Now that you have an idea of what I'm going to talk about, let me tell you about the problems associated with conventional batteries. Longer lasting batteries are needed for newer technology. Newer laptops have increasing processing power. Increasing processing power means more cores. More cores requires more energy. For example, in 2004 and 2005, dual core was the hot stuff in the market. Now in 2011, quad cores are the hot stuff in the market. Quad cores are 4 cores in a computer. Dual cores are 2 cores in a computer. If you were to go to the Dell website and you choose the quad core option, the Dell website will automatically lock in the 9-cell lithium-ion battery. The reason why is because the manufacturers know that the 9-cell battery is required for a quad-core computer. iPhones and iPods all increase in processing power every consecutive generation. Now, if you were rich enough to have purchased the iPod 1, the iPod Touch the first generation, and then the iPod Touch 4th generation, you would see a significant increase in processing power through performance. The video is clearer and it runs a whole lot smoother. More processing means more energy is required. Most of you would ask, why not have a core that requires less energy but do the same amount of work? The answer is simple. Because the law of physics prevent this. Work is indirectly proportional to energy. That means that the more work, the more the energy consumption. Now that you see some of the problems with conventional batteries, let's look at how hydrogen fuel cell can solve these problems. A lithium, according to energy.gov, a lithium-ion battery can power a high-end laptop in power save mode for about 4 to 5 hours. A fuel cell can power that same laptop in the same mode for about 40 hours. That's a 35-hour difference. Fuel cells are very light and only weigh a fraction of a 3-pound 9-cell battery. As you can see from the diagrams above, the 9-cell battery is the big, bulky, black device, and the hydrogen cell is the small AA battery. Fuel cells are replaced less often, and the overall savings would be greater than regular batteries. To bring about these solutions, proper research is needed. According to the National Energy Renewable Lab, as of 2011, hydrogen fuel cells is 100% functioning. So why do we need the research? Hydrogen is needed to power the cell. The storage of hydrogen hasn't been perfected yet. The container for the hydrogen is too expensive, and it can be entered in the market yet because the consumer wouldn't be able to afford it. The cost to build the containers through trial and error research can be very expensive, and the more trial and error research that we do, the closer we get to actually finding an inexpensive hydrogen container. This is one of the reasons why the government needs to increase their funds in hydrogen fuel cell research. Some of the ways to promote research is petitioning to the government to increase more of their investments into the National Energy Renewable Lab, and donations can be made directly to the lab at this address. To conclude, hydrogen fuel cell has a lot to offer. It is the key to newer technology. To solve the problem of weaker batteries, hydrogen fuel cell research needs to increase to find an inexpensive hydrogen storage container. Without the container, no integrations of the fuel cell can be added to the iPod or the laptops or phones. I hope by listening to this speech, I've convinced you that hydrogen fuel cell research needs to increase. Thank you.